can operate our Fiverr accounts on our mobile phones, multiple Fiverr accounts on our mobile phones. How we can do that, right? So to do this, right, we have to make use of certain applications, right? So we know Chrome does not allow you to install extension, right? But there's a Android app that you can use to install extensions on your Android phone. This my tab here that I'm using is also an Android device, right? So wherever I'm going to be teaching here, we work on your Android phones too, right? So when you're dealing with browser, you can just always put the browser in desktop mode. You understand? So the first thing you have to install, right, to be able to for this process to work is this browser, Kiwi browser. So Kiwi browser is a browser that runs more like a desktop browser. Let me open it up. Right. So
Binatech, you stop screen sharing.
what do you say?
You're no more screen sharing, so we cannot see what
Oh,
you're talking
oh,
about.
thanks for letting me know. Let me try that again. Oh, I think can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So now, as I was saying earlier, the browser that you can use to the browser you can use because if you want to run the method, we are not going to be using Fiverr mobile app, right? Your personal main account, main Nigerian account, you can have the mobile app for that, as I have here, right? So it's been a while since I've updated this account, but this is my own personal Nigerian uh account. You see that is my picture that is there, it's set up for myself and everything. Do you understand? So that one you use the mobile app for it. You see, it's a Nigerian account. Use your mobile app for that one. I'm sorry, use the mobile app for that one. Don't clone it. Just one mobile app on your phone and create your Nigerian account with your details on that one. Right. So now the other multiple accounts, right? That how you cannot have multiple accounts on your phone and be able to manage all of them simultaneously, even be online on everything at the same time without being blocked by Fiverr is using the method I'm about to explain. Right. So firstly, you need to install this. You go to Play Store, right, and search. Yeah, the app should be on Play Store. So you search Kiwi browser, right? So you install Kiwi browser. Can you see? Install Kiwi browser. So now Kiwi browser is a special kind of mobile browser that works like a desktop browser, right? So why does it work like a desktop browser? It looks this fancy like a desktop browser because I'm on a tablet. Your own might not look like this. Your own might look like your Chrome browser, but it still works like a desktop browser. And what will make you sure that it still works like a desktop browser? When you click on these three icons here, you see here that you can you can add extensions. You can even check developer tools, right? You can add a proxy or VPN. You can do some functionalities that can only be done on a desktop browser on this browser, right? So and for creating Fiverr account, you know what is most important is these extensions here, so that we can install our. If I open these extensions, okay, I don't have much installed here. I only have WinScribe extension installed here. But if I open one of my Fiverr accounts, let me open one of my Fiverr accounts for us. Now let me open the sales funnel account. Right. So and I open the extension for you guys. I don't even need to open the extension before you see it. Click on this three icon here. Down here, I have four extensions. This extension proxy is to add proxy to the browser. You know how we used to fetch proxy from that platform and put in the proxy details. So if you want to use proxy to access your account, right? So you can install the proxy extension and put in the proxy details. You'll be connected to that location, right? So the ad blockers that we also use. So you can install like you do on desktop. So once you can install all these extensions perfectly, then you can definitely run it on your phone. Right. So where the plot twist is that actually makes it. Oh, some Mr. Diwali is asking fetch proxy from what platform. So I think was it October or November? I don't remember. I purchased a proxy subscription for everyone. Giftchooks.net. I don't remember the pronunciation. So it's kind of popular. That's one that a lot of people use. You can buy proxy from anywhere. So when you buy proxy, right, and you want to make use of it on your phone for your Fiverr account, just install a proxy switcher extension, right? So if I click on that proxy switcher here now, you see that I can just click on manual proxy, then put in the proxy details here and connect to it. So if it's a US proxy, I'll be able to connect to a US IP, and any activity I'm carrying out on that browser at that point will be like I'm from US. Do you understand? It's mostly stronger than VPN. That's why we use proxy. So do you understand now, Mr. Diwali? So now to proceed, the plot twist there that makes one process of creating Fiverr accounts more, how will I put it, more efficient and reduces account blockages is when we try to actually clone this Kiwi browser, because we said we want to have multiple accounts in our phone and we're not cloning the mobile app. So but we have to
Sorry,
clone the Kiwi browser. Okay, want to ask question.
I want to see the icon like of the app, so
Yeah,
I'll
this
know
is
that it
down
is
here.
the same.
This
You
is
know me,
down
I'm
here.
using iPhone.
So you clone.
I'm on a different too.
Yeah, I don't think iPhone has it. I don't know. So
All
you
right,
clone
just
even
go
the
on.
app. There's still another app that I will send to the group for us to use, and that app it's not a iPhone. It's not an iPhone app. You understand? So you will clone.
I dey
Uh,
understand the message they send low key.
what you say?
I get.
Okay. So basically, instead of cloning your Fiverr mobile app, you will clone this browser and you now have one account on each browser app. Right? So and the way this cloning app works is it builds a new app. Like this Kiwi app, this Kiwi browser, it builds a new one. Let me show you an example of what I mean by that. You see, this sales closer is like a different app. This one here, you see this sales funnel is like a different app. All of them are clones of that Kiwi browser. You see this WordPress one is a different account. See Zoho 2, Zoho 1, WordPress Bob, all of them are different accounts. And I can go online on every one of them at the same time. Do you understand? And without having issues with account blockage. So how am I not able to go online on this account, on this multiple account without having issues with account blockage? Is with the use of this special app cloner. It is a cracked version. So let me first send the cracked version to the group. I sent it to somebody, so I'll forward it from there. And did I send it to him on WhatsApp? Let me see. Don't read my messages. Where is my pen?
Dey play.
Don't worry, there's nothing there.
Go
When
send
I
it.
go. I don't know. My pen is not working. Why? Sorry, please. Wait a minute. How do I type now? Hmm? I'm coming in place. Let me just search for it. If it's not, if I can, it's because of all this. I'm recording and I'm having a screen share at the same time. I think that will affect things. So let me check for his chat quickly. Mr. Fadimi. So I'll forward this from there to the group for us to see the application and install on our devices. So, okay. Did I send it to him on WhatsApp? I don't think it's on WhatsApp. So I'll have to go and check my file manager. Very quick, very quick. Okay, in a minute. Okay, so it has to be one of these apps here. Yeah, so this is the app. Which of these two is it, for Christ's sake? Serious, I don't actually remember which of the two it is. No problem. There are two different apps based off the app size. So and both of them are cracked. So I'll just send both of them to the group. So you see the procedure and how the one I'm going to use looks like. So whichever of them is the correct one, I would appreciate if somebody can just tag tag it and help other people know that okay, this is the correct app. Do you get? So you don't waste time. I don't want to install them. Do you understand? I'll be expecting us to tag it to Mr. Adewale, Mr. Adewale, this of us using Android. And so you can do that after the class, or yeah, yeah. So just install the apps, and if you can do it in the class, so no problem. We'll just install and check which of them is the correct one. Alright, so those are the apps. I just send them to the group. So those are the apps. I just sent them to the group. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Bolu, that for those that are using iPhone, I'm sorry for you. I really don't, because I had to do a lot of research before I could actually come up with this process. And my research was tailored to Android because I am using an Android device. It's not like I learned it from somebody. So when I get an iPhone, so then I'll be able to say, okay, let me kind of research and see if I can find applications that can also achieve the same result on the iPhone. Right. So for now, I don't know, we are not speaking your language that much. You have to stick to using your laptop. Right. This method might not really work for you. But if you have an Android phone at your disposal, you can still use it to, do what we want to do here. Right. So but for now, sorry, it's what it is. It's what it is. So, but you, Bolu, you don't have anything. You don't have to worry about it. You have your laptop, so you can always stay online on your laptop. Have your multiple accounts on your laptop. You don't have to create. Okay, do you know? Have you taken account creation classes for Fiverr? Bolu.
No, no, I haven't.
Uh,
But I think Pixel held one for me recently.
soon, Sham. Maybe this week we do revision on all those
But that
things.
one was
But
not that one wasn't really account creation. It was
no
just some
problem.
parts of it.
Maybe before the end of this week, we do work on account creation too. Well, let's just focus on people that have Android, how they can have the multiple accounts on their phone, right? So now, and as I said to somebody yesterday, please, this information, even when I share the video on the group, let's try as much as possible not to share it outside the community of us that are on this group. The reason for that is we don't want to let the, should I call it, updates to cast, and it's not gonna be useful for anybody again. Right? So let's keep it within the team. I think that's the best. That's the best. That's the best method of approach. How do I put it? Anyway, so you install the app. So now let me show us how the app looks like. Right. So this is it here. Okay, it's App Cloner ARM. So let me see if there's anything here that can identify it. App Cloner ARM. There's really nothing here that can identify it. So just install it out with whichever of them has that name. You know that that's the one. Right. So if you open it, it has this icon before it opens up. So now this is how the app looks like. Right. So and I'll show you the benefits that this app provides to creating a strong cloned app that will help keep your account safe. Right. So when you want to create a new account, you can create it with this app too, but it might be very uncomfortable if you are using phone. I created multiple accounts from scratch using my tablet, using these apps, because of the tablet has a wide screen. Right. So but for us using phone, it might be hard to create account on desktop screen. You can try, but not advisable. Create your account on your laptop, log it in on those browsers that you've cloned on your phone. Then you can be checking and updating from there. Exactly. So now, how do we clone a browser? Right. So if I want to clone Kiwi browser, I will not use Kiwi browser now. Right. I'll use another app first, then I will now come back to this Kiwi browser. And the reason for that is I have multiple clones of Kiwi browser. So the process for creating another clone is quite different. So I'll first clone a app that I don't have a clone for, then I'll now clone a app I have a clone for. Do you understand? So I'll go to apps, right? So let's say I want to clone uh what simple app can I clone quickly? Yeah. The process should actually also work for Fiverr mobile app also. But that's if you want to create multiple Nigerian accounts that you have verification details for. Do you understand? Because it is not very advisable to use mobile app for foreign accounts. Are we together? So if it's like, okay, the new account you want to create and you want to be running on your phone is also a Nigerian account, okay, you can clone Fiverr. So let us clone Fiverr. So I'm cloning Fiverr for the first time. You click on the app you want to clone here. you set the clone number. If it's the first time you are cloning the app, you set the clone number to 1, right? So this is major difference now. If I've cloned Fiverr before, right, and I want to clone it again, I'll no longer use this clone number as 1. I'll change it to 2. But since this is the first time I'm cloning it, I'll set it to what? To 1. So once I set the clone number to 1, click OK, that's all there. So if I want to modify the name, just for me to be able to identify the account, I can add a name to it. So this is the name that will show on the on your app tray. Do you understand? As we add app cloner ARM. So wherever you set here is what will show on your app tray. So I can set, let's say it is a WordPress Nigeria, I can have Fiverr WordPress NIG, so that, or NG, so that when I see it, I know that okay, oh, this is my Nigeria WordPress account. You understand? You can just, to make life easy for you, you don't have to be opening everything to say this is the account, this is the account. Another thing I used to do is color coding. I'll change the icon color a bit so that I can identify it based on color also. Do you understand? You can change the color, and if you are running out of colors, you can do more modification to the colors just to ensure that it is what it looks very very what very very different, right? So once you set the color, these are still basic stuff. I'll soon show you the power of this app cloner very soon. So all these ones, I basically don't do all these ones. The only other thing I do here is to add a badge, right? So this badge, what I use it to do is I used to add the country of that particular account, right? So if it's a UK account, I just put UK. Do you understand? So to show on top of it like a badge like this. If it's a US account, I just put USA to show on top of it like this. You understand? So it's just for easy identification, right? So I'm like summarizing everything about that account on the icon, so I can easily identify one account from the other. Because once you start having a lot of those accounts on your phone or on your device, you start becoming hard to manage if everything is just the same icon. So when you have a lot of things on the icon, it makes it easier to identify each app from the other. So once you add your badge, right? So then, sorry, if you have a more custom icon that you want to use to replace the icon, like an image, so you can put that image, maybe the profile picture for that particular account, right? For that particular private account, you can use that picture here as the, but I don't used to do all this one. So I just add the badge, and I change the icon color. So then the next thing, and the only thing that you do, is the privacy options, right? You can explore these other settings and try to see which of them is beneficial to helping to preserving your account and making it more strong and resistant to Fiverr blocking. But click on privacy option. So the things I used to I am doing this privacy option is I come down here to this part. See this from this change Android ID, right? So the thing about it is you want each account to feel like it's on a different device, even if it's on the same device. So if I'm changing my Android ID, I select random. So it like generates a new Android ID for that particular application. So if ever is trying to check the similarity between our two accounts based on the device, it's going to be showing two different devices, even with the same type of phone, because of they have two different Android ID, right? And even up to the IMEI number, right? You can also change it, make it random. So what I'm doing is each and every of my accounts is I'm simulating a different device for each and every one of my accounts. So I set it to random. The SIM operator too, I had my SIM operator cell location. I don't want Fiverr to see all those ones. Do you understand? So and my Wi-Fi MAC address too. This one is very important because when I run multiple addresses, the Wi-Fi MAC address is also visible. Do you understand? So and if multiple accounts are showing the same MAC address, it also can actually cause your account harm. So each app should have a random MAC address that you set. You understand? So just choose random. So these are the four I used to actually turn off, right? So once you selected those four and put it random, there's one of them safe that you have to, not this one. I'm coming. I think it's IMEI. So when you selected random for IMEI, IMSI also I selected random for that. So then I think that's all for privacy options. So you can check, if for example if it is mobile app now, you can also if you have a long-term proxy, you can also even see here you can spoof your location based on the location that the Fiverr account is. Right. So if you select spoof location, but you have to include the longitude and latitude of where you are, right? And the location interval. Do you understand? So if you select enable, you can pick a place, right? From where you want the whatever to spoof. It's best to just put in the um I really altered the process. I have to start in from the beginning. I'll just continue from where I stopped, hoping that we have been following. Right? So privacy options, you select those four: Android ID, IMSI, and and right. So you can this spoof location, you just go to, it's very easy. If you want to spoof your location, you can easily go to um let's say the account is a US account. I don't really do that spoof location one, but it will also help keep your account strong. So you can just go to maps.google.com. So what we're trying to do is to give how will I put it, to not give Fiverr any reason to think you are from a country that you are from another country that your account is showing. If you understand what I'm trying to say, maybe your account is showing, maybe it's a US number used to verify your account. Your account is showing US, but the device is showing another location. So you want to try to, avoid all those things. So you can just say Atlanta, Georgia. Let's see. Let's say it's a US account, right? So then you pick a particular, just pick any nice wherever. Let's see Grant Park. So this Grant Park, right? So you see Grant Park has its longitude and latitude in the URL. Are we together? So you can just go through the URL, you'll find it. So the longitude for Grant Park here is I'm coming, is 33.750. Abi? No, 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 no. I'm coming. Nah, I've not reached there. Yes, this is it here. So it's always be after the at. So this is the longitude, this is the latitude. So you just copy this. I can copy both of them at the same time actually. Then I'll just go and paste it. So and this one is negative 84. So copy. So then just go back to your clone device, your clone app. So to enable it, uh latitude is 33, longitude is minus 84. Right. So if you want to, the interval at which you should be actually changing your um you should be changing your location for the app. So you can add 10 seconds, 100 seconds. Whatever you want to add there, I can add 1,000 seconds will be too much. So you should be changing, let's say, every 1 minute, or if you want to be that location, actually you can use a lot of seconds. Right. So but once you've put all this, just click OK. I think that is there already. Okay. So then I think that's all. We don't need to do any other thing. Don't need to do any other thing. Don't need to do any other. We spoof location, we've changed our MAC address, we've changed Android ID, right? So um once you're done, close privacy options. Then I think, as I said earlier, you can go through all these other options. I really don't care about them because I don't see how they affect my accounts. Those are the ones I use and they've been working fine for me. Right. So once you've done your privacy options, you just you click this check mark icon here. So you see it starts cloning Fiverr. Right. So you wait for it to clone the application completely. So after its clones finish, you will now have to install the cloned app like a fresh installation. And I will not be doing that, but I don't think I have to show you how to do that. So you see it says app cloned, Fiverr was cloned, right? So you can just click install app. So you see just the normal installation process. So now you are installing that new version of the app. So do you want to install this app? You click install. So remember the app closed earlier. That's why what we set here is no longer showing. So but the privacy options that we set, everything will work. But I don't want to install this app because of it's useless to me. Right. So you install it, right? So after installing it, let's say you did that process for your Kiwi browser and you've installed the Kiwi browser. So you have something like one of my accounts here. Let me open my WordPress account. So after you've cloned the browser, don't clone Fiverr unless you want to create another Nigerian account that you have details I use to verify it. Are you together? So after you have cloned okay. So after you have cloned the Kiwi browser, remember it's Kiwi browser. I'm repeating it. Cloning Kiwi browser, not Fiverr, not Fiverr app. So after you have cloned the Kiwi browser, right, you then can I start your process of first installing the necessary extensions that you need, right? So I know that the normal we already for those of us that have attended the account creation class, you know that you install tunnel blocker, you install uBlock Origin, install Ghost Tree Tracker, install proxy switcher. So to install all these extensions is not hard. To install them, just go to Chrome Web Store. Even if you come here safe and you click extension, it should be there. See if you see from store if you want to add a new extension and click from store, to take you to Chrome Web Store. You understand? So then you just once you get to Chrome Web Store, you search for the extensions. So Bolu, this is for you, right? So since you don't know the extensions that you're meant to install, these are the four extensions that you install when you're first creating your account, right? If it's a Nigerian account, you can ignore this proxy switcher. But if it's a foreign account, you need your tunnel bear blocker, your uBlock Origin, Ghost Tree Tracker, and Ad Blocker, right? So and maybe one VPN, either Scribe VPN, Tunnel Bear VPN, or Bound VPN, right? Any of those three VPNs should be alright. Right. So then you can just always search this. You can search for it here, wherever you need grocery and just install them. Do you understand? So after you're done installing all the extensions, right? So you enable the extensions. That was pretty straightforward. You go here, click on, let's say you want to enable tunnel blocker, click on it, right? So then you enable it. It's currently enabled. Do you understand? So as simple as that, do that for all the extensions. Enable all the extensions, right? So after enabling the extensions, you can now go over to start creating a Fiverr account. So search Fiverr like someone that is new to the platform. Don't enter fiverr.com. Just search Fiverr on Google. Then enter through Google like this. You understand? Then start your account creation process. Right. You know that before that you must have had your your what's this thing called? Your email address that you want to use to create accounts, right? So if you use an existing Instagram account, it does not matter. Do you understand? It's just still the same way you create your Fiverr account that you create it here. So what is special about the process, as I said earlier, is the art of cloning those browsers. So you see now that as you create one as you log in one account to one of the browser, you can clone that your browser like 10 times and have one account on each browser. So and each since you've spoofed the location of each of those browser, or you even randomize the Wi-Fi MAC address and the IMEI number of each of those mobile applications, it acts like you're on a different device each time. Do you understand? Let's take a quick look at something here. Let's go to my let me go to my settings of my app. So since I'm using a Kiwi app here, let's see. So I should be able to see uh security, right? So you see, very funny enough, I'm not even using any VPN currently, but you see that the devices that is connected, this device is showing Chrome Linux, and my phone is an Android device. Do you see the benefit of that now? So I remember, please, since you are going to do it on your phone, when you want to visit Fiverr, my one is always on default on desktop mode. Always remember to set it to desktop mode before you enter Fiverr, before you even search Fiverr on Google. Do you understand? So you see here, the connected device is this device, and this device is a Samsung Galaxy Tab. What is showing here is Linux, a Linux operating system, and a Chrome browser, right? I'm not using a Chrome browser, right? Even though it is running on Chromium engine, this Kiwi browser, I'm not using a Chrome browser. I'm not using a Linux device. And what else can you see here? You see CA United States, California, United States. My VPN is not currently on. I'm not in the United States. Do you see? That's the benefit of that max profile and all those things. When you go through, but when you first create the account, it's best to actually for the first 2 weeks use your VPN, use your MAC address. Sorry, use your VPN, use your proxy, whichever of them you have, for a period of 1 to 2 weeks. After that, you don't have to be stressing about going to proxy, adding new proxy. You can just be logging in with your normal Wi-Fi. You understand? And you can be online on multiple of them at the same time. See, I'm currently online on this account. I can go to my Zoho account and also go and refresh it. And then, do we get that process? Do you have any questions regarding that? Hello, please you can talk. Do you get process? Do you have any questions regarding that? If it is another account that I just logged into, try to see the location of this one because I'm currently visiting from Nigeria. There's no VPN on this. There's no proxy on. So it might be that same location, sir, because the same process. But let's see. So it's even a different location. Can you see? Say I'm from San Jose, right? It's still also Linux, United States. So that's the benefit. Yes, and you'll be able to use multiple accounts with peace of mind. Do you understand? So because it makes you feel like you're on a different device, even though that you are still on the same device. Is that clear, everybody? Nobody is talking. So Bolu is asking a question. Please, if you need to ask question, you can just on your mic. I'm not able to check my WhatsApp. Do I need to create a Winscribe account? So yes, okay, I've answered it before. If you have a Winscribe account that you are using before this, you can keep using it. It does not affect anything. But if you don't have one, right, you can create a new one. Or if you feel like you want to have a separate one for each account, you can create a separate one. Do you understand? I typically use separate ones for each account so that everything is managed inside. When you're creating a new account, any Fiverr account, you're creating a separate mail for that Fiverr account. So I like to have that everything related to that account is handled inside that mail. So I create a new Winscribe account using that same email address. Do you understand? So that everything is together. It's not just linked to each other and rough. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So that's how I prefer to do my stuff. Right. So any questions regarding that? Nobody's talking. Nobody's talking.